minutes or so, and it usually comes on 3 or 4 times a year, but I twisted his arm to come back on again because so much is happening, and his knowledge in government, in Congress, and also as a senior person at the CIA, as a U.S. attorney before that, or I guess after that for Reagan, he can really cover all the bases and give us his breakdown on a lot of different news items. Bob Barr, and the reason I've been salivating over this is with his knowledge, I predict when he gets back into Congress, if you like what Ted Cruz and Rand Paul have been doing, it's going to be explosive. Because, believe me, it'd be like having Ron Paul back in Congress again. We need people that know where the bodies are buried and who've been exposing the NSA. All of it was Bob Barr, folks. So Bob Barr joins us. You heard that breakdown, Congressman, about to be back in Congress, hopefully, of the persecution. You talked about that and warned of that 6 hours before it happened. Had you been given inside knowledge, or did you just feel that in the wind?
Thanks once again for being on the show to share some ideas with you and your many listeners, Alex. No, I simply know how government operates, and as our founding fathers knew, the fundamental nature of government and the fundamental task for many of those in government doesn't change over the ages. Our founders studied societies, and they studied governments going back to ancient times all the way up to what was then for them the modern era with the monarchies in Europe and the colonial powers and so forth. And they knew how government operates. They knew that left to its own devices, government inevitably becomes corrupt. And they knew that government after government after government over the ages, over the millennia, will seek to inevitably gain more and more control over the populace. That is the nature of government, and that is the nature of people in government. Your parallel to the Nixon years is frighteningly apropos. Nixon truly believed that he was above the law. This administration truly believes, this president, that is, truly believes that he is above the law. And even worse than Nixon, he is proud of that fact. I mean, this guy takes the well of the House of Representatives and during the State of the Union basically, figuratively, thumbs his nose at the Congress and the American people and says, I don't care what the law says. I don't care what the Constitution says. I don't care about limited government. I don't care about the oath of office I took. I'm going to do what I want because I am the only one that can do it. I mean, it is outrageous what this president is doing, and this new move also to go after conservatives with the might of the government, excuse me, is, again, frighteningly similar to, except even worse than what Nixon did in developing a list of political enemies. I mean, what they're doing to Dinesh D'Souza is absolutely outrageous what they're doing to him.